Greetings. My name is Mara Cromwell, and I am a Gaia communicator and Gaia priestess, healer, and author. A very gifted Shoshone elder, Rainbow Thunderheart. Benny LeBeau called me the voice of Earth Mother when he was still alive, and I've been told that my work with Mother Gaia is in the prophecies by another elder, Woody Vaspera of the World Council of Elders. And I do Gaia teaches. On this one, Mother gave me a heads up 2 days ago or so that she wanted me to do this. I wait for her instructions. So she will be speaking through me for the bulk of this Gaia teach. This one is an exceptional Gaia teach because I was also instructed by Mother to call in the Christ consciousness, who I also work with on the spirit planes. I work with a number of beautiful spiritual ones, ascended masters, spiritual councils. Some of them Mother Gaia sits on. Others oversee evolution here on Earth, spiritual evolution here on Earth. So without much further ado, so the title of this, yes, is On the Christ Conscious and Gaia and Rebirthing. Since today is considered a rebirth in the Christian realms, but there's a much greater rebirth happening here on Earth, far beyond the Christian realms. Quick aside, all are welcome to join myself and others, if you're watching this before April 14th or on April 14th, to do water ceremony from wherever you are, to focus on healing the Atlantic waters around Bimini, all the dolphins and sacred beings there, and also to help reawaken the golden energies of the Atlantis civilization before it got corrupted. This is part of the birthing of the new earth. So please join us. And if you miss that date, you can still do this anytime. All the information's on that website link. So a little bit more about me. I'm an author, as I mentioned. I have 2 books of messages from Mother to the world to help rebirth the new earth right now, to help be a really effective midwife to rebirthing the new earth, because it's coming in gangbusters right now. You can learn about them on my website. They're all available online. They're actually discounted through the middle of May 2020, because Mother wants this wisdom going out far and wide with all the shifts going on the planet right now, which are rather cataclysmic for a lot of people. Okay, so the focus this morning is on the Christ consciousness and Mother Gaia and rebirthing a new earth, not just rebirthing as in the Christ returning from the dead to bring new life back to or into civilization there in the Holy Lands. And we know how much Christianity has spread all over the world. And so, all right, let me tune in here to Mother. And the Christ consciousness. There's like a whole team here right now. Rest assured, it's not a small group supporting me, including my ancestors serving the highest good. Love you guys. So I'm going to pass this over to Mother. She's going to speak through me. My beloved 2-leggeds, my beloved humans, know how much I love you. I know almost all of you are really suffering right now. If you're not suffering health-wise, you're suffering in your hearts. You're grieving, you're feeling deep sorrow. Many of you who are Christians are feeling especially deep sorrow because you can't be at your churches to celebrate the return of Christ, being born from the dead, as the stories have been told to you in the Bible that you read. I won't go into whether those stories are completely accurate or not, because that's not the point of this Gaia teach. But the point of this Gaia teach is to encourage those of you who are still somewhat active Christians to realize that the Christ consciousness is actually not just to be found in the church. The Christ consciousness is to be found in every blade of grass, every tree, every flower, every insect, every snake, all my sacred snakes that have been so maligned by the Christian faith. The Christ consciousness is a very, very, very powerful spiritual energy. Christ took on, when he took on his physical body here on earth 2,000 years ago, He embodied a consciousness and a spiritual vibration and energetic from an incredibly pure part of the universal realms in which planet Earth is found. That incredibly pure dimensional space where the Christ came from, his soul, is right, is it actually is a space of the highest vibration where the great central sun can be found. And I'm not going to define the great central sun right now. Just know it is the center of the universe. There are other ascended masters who have walked here on me, your sacred earth, my sacred body, from the Christ conscious dimensions. Buddha came from there, his soul. Krishna came from there. White Buffalo Calf Woman, Lakota prophet, came from there. The peacemaker who brought together the warring nations of the Haudenosaunee, Iroquois nation, came from the Christ conscious dimensions. The Pale One, who very, very few people know about, was a teacher who walked this continent before settlers arrived here from Europe and other parts of the world. The Pale One came from the Christ conscious and taught the various indigenous tribes starting in Central America and going north about living from the heart, about living in a pure way, about all is one. So last weekend, which you call April 4th, 2020 in your calendar, some called it 444, was a very powerful day here on me, your sacred mother. There was a massive amount of energy that came from the great central sun. It was a double helix, like DNA looking spiral of tremendous light that came in on 444. And many of you were meditating, holding space to support this. And I thank you for this. I thank you for your pure hearts. I do ask in the future that when you meditate, please connect with my heart though, in the center of the planet, because I need your love and your energy to support the full birthing of this new earth. Please be aware of this. So anyway, April 4th, 2020, this massive, massive energy came in, this purest, purest, purest white light, and really activated the energetic grids around me, your mother, your sacred earth. And within those energies that came in was the Christ consciousness. It wasn't just the Christ consciousness that came in, but it was a significant aspect of what came in was the pure, pure conscious energies of the Christ soul, the Buddha soul, the Krishna soul, the White Buffalo Calf Woman soul, the Peacemaker soul, the Pale One soul, and the other ascended masters that I'm not talking about right now. And you know, I asked for them to come in. There are times on the planet where things have been so chaotic. I've put a call out on the spiritual planes to the councils that I work with closely to ask for another ascended master to come in, or to become master to come in to be ascended later. So the Christ conscious has been coming in for years now, but last weekend was a huge influx, beyond words, huge. And many of you, I imagine, who are sensitives, empathic, intuitives, have been feeling a lot of catharsis, a lot of old stuff coming up needing to be healed, a lot of crying, a lot of releasing, because this is what the Christ conscious energies are about, is releasing the thorns from your hearts, clearing the wounds from your hearts that have been carried down through generations of ancestors that were wounded, and cultural conditioning that is wounding. Your Western cultural conditioning is a wounding one. It has all of you so bound up in shame and guilt and fear and lack, which is not the truth. That illusion is what's being shed right now. And I love the Christ conscious, and I want all of you to connect with the Christ conscious. And I've asked Mare to lead a meditation at the end of this to guide you through connecting with the Christ conscious, and then me and my heart to support you and your hearts and the collective heart of oneness around the planet that all of you are meant to be coming back home to, waking up to. So There's a lot of chaos here on my sacred earth. This is true. It's within your human realm, so please know this. It's not within the other metaphysical realms. The nature spirits are partying. Sasquatch is partying. They know the new earth is coming in gangbusters right now. 2020 is just the beginning of this huge, huge awakening and shifting. And I have to be honest with you, I love you all. But the coronavirus is only the beginning, because the new earth is going to come in regardless. And my love for you runs so deep, so much deeper than you know. I want you to connect with my heart so much. All of you need to reevaluate, what are your essential needs? You are two-leggeds living here on me, part of this vast community of sacred life. You're only part of the web. You're not at the top of the web. That's an illusion. What are your essential needs? You need water that's clean. You need air that's clean. You need food that's healthy. You need clothing that's functional and keeps you warm. You need housing to be sheltered from the elements when the elements are extreme. All this other stuff, the material goods that you guys have been collecting for way too long, it's gotten more and more sophisticated and more distant from me and what is in balance with me. You don't need them. You don't need them. That's another part of your Western society illusion, your gadgetry, your fanciness, your huge houses. So many people are barely in a house in other parts of the world or other parts of your very city. And some of you are living in monstrous houses. How is this right? How is this right? Another aspect of your fundamental human needs is you all need to be loved and feel loved. You need to be touched. How many of you are buying all your gadgetry and fanciness because you're filling up an empty hole inside you? Because you don't feel loved, or you feel too much shame, or you feel too much guilt, or you feel that you're not worthy, or you're not good enough. And many of you are turning to alcohol. You have been for a long time, but it's getting kind of extreme. And unfortunately, alcohol is, it's another way to control you from some of the heavier energies here on earth and energies that have come in from off planet to control you. Please know this, that alcohol is not serving you to extremes, even a little bit, be careful. But with all the despair and sadness and overwhelm and sorrow and grief, many of you were not dealing well with your emotions before this all kicked in, and you're turning even more to alcohol. And do you know how this hurts my heart? Your Mother Gaia's heart? I want to see you. I want to know that you feel and deeply know within yourselves you are loved, that you are divine beings. You're all spiritual beings having this physical experience here on me. It's a gift to be alive here on this amazing planet, my planet, your planet. We're all one, actually. And yet so many of you just take it for granted and wallow. And I'm not judging you. I'm just trying to help you wake up. Life is meant to be celebrated. Life is meant to be an expression of joy, of working closely with the nature spirits who are waiting for you to come home to them too, of celebrating the sun every morning, celebrating the food that's been blessed by me and the rains, the sacred rains and the sacred microbiota in the soil, which your farmers have been killing with all their chemicals. It's so off. So I love you all. I am your mother. I am your truest mother. The Christ consciousness is waiting for you to embrace those energies. There is a huge rebirthing going on. There is a new earth coming in. And when we all reach the end of this cycle of rebirthing and we're really fully into the new earth, you wouldn't believe how beautiful and abundant and joyous and loving and kind and balanced, harmonious. You all will be living in a whole different dimensional space. You'll be taking care of each other in ways that you have yet to wake up to, most of you. Altruism will be what your heart knows and your actions follow through on. Because you will know you're all one. And the needs of all are met when we are all knowing and deeply living the oneness. And your higher selves have not forgotten the oneness. Those aspects of yourself, which many of you have gotten disconnected from, are still in the oneness, multidimensional spaces. Oh, I love you all so much. I love the Christ consciousness so much. I love what's happening on earth so much. And I feel your pain and your grief and your sorrow. And many of those who are dying from this virus, they've chosen on a soul level to die during this process. Know this. And those of you who are not getting sick and not dying, you've chosen that on a soul level. Do you see how deep this goes and how conscious it actually is in the multidimensional planes? So I invite you and I ask you and I plead with you even. I love you. This is being said with the most powerful quantum divine love you can imagine. Come home to me. Do not be so attached to all your materialism. Do not be so attached to clinging on to life for fear of what's on the other side, because what's on the other side is beautiful. Of course, some of you have had some interesting lives where you weren't doing a lot of positive, beautiful light work. But that's okay. It'll be your karma when you come back. The spiritual beings that are coming in right now to support the birthing of this new earth are gangbusters coming in. There are stargates opening up of the highest good for the first time in thousands and thousands and thousands of years. They are doorways for these light beings to come in. There are avatars coming in. There are nature spirits coming in from off planet to help birth the new earth. There are dragons coming in from off planet to help birth the new earth. Do you know how amazing this is as a party? And it's only just starting. And I am inviting you, my beloved two-leggeds, to join the party. And please don't sit in your fear. Yes, there's a lot of uncertainty, but all of you have the gifts to open up, to remove the lenses that your cultural conditioning has put on you, your societal conditioning, and know that there are so many creative ways to move forward in your societies to be in balance with me, to be in balance with all sacred life here, because you're only one piece of the vast sacred web. So explore options, plant more food in your yards, feed your neighbors. Where can you source your energy? Does every household need so many computers and smartphones? I know it's going to be a huge shift, thinking about letting go of a lot of this technology and huge TV screens and several couches and multiple rooms in your house, perhaps that some of them you don't even go in. Oh my, it's just not balanced how you've been living. So I have asked Mare to lead a brief meditation to help you connect with the Christ consciousness and me, Mother Gaia, with my heart. This is an offering from a huge set of spiritual councils here on Earth in the multidimensional planes and from off planet that Mare has started to work with. She doesn't just work with me. Okay. Inviting everyone to be sitting comfortably with your feet flat on the ground. I invite you to take a deep breath in, all the way to the bottom of your lungs, and let it out. And take another deep breath into the very, very, very bottom of your lungs. Beautiful. And exhale that breath. And now I want you to visualize in front of you a beautiful spiritual being about 10 feet in front of you and a couple of feet off the ground. And this could be masculine or feminine, whatever the Christ conscious looks like to you in your imagination. If you'd like to visualize white buffalo calf woman, that's fine. Or a beautiful, powerful goddess of the or creatrix realms, that's fine too. But visualize this beautiful, beautiful spiritual being in front of you. And from the spiritual being's heart space is starting to emanate and flow out a golden stream of energy directed to your heart. And I invite you to put your hands out and guide this golden stream of energy into your heart. And just keep on guiding it and guiding it. And as you're saying this, you can even say, I love you. Thank you to the Christ conscious. I am asking the Christ conscious to come and bless me and heal my heart, heal my energy body, heal my chakras, heal my woundedness, my soul woundedness. And just keep on bringing that beautiful golden energy in, straight into your heart chakra. And from there, it's rippling out into your whole energy body. All of your chakras, even down your legs, to your feet and your toes, up over your head, through your spine, all of your organs. Every cell of your body is taking in this powerful golden healing energy from the Christ consciousness. It's so beautiful. Take another deep breath in and let it out. And next, I invite you to visualize that you have a beautiful ribbon of energy starting at the top of your spine. And it's running down your spine. And it can be any color that comes to you. It's traveling all the way down your spine to your tailbone. And when this ribbon of energy reaches your tailbone, I want you to drop the end of it straight to my heart, Mother Gaia's heart, in the center of the planet. And when the end of this ribbon of energy reaches my heart, this is actually Mother speaking, yep. Visualize how I'm opening my heart and grasping the end of your ribbon of energy straight to the core of my heart. That is how much I love each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. I love you all so much. Beautiful. So now you have energetically connected yourself from your energy body to my heart. And I'm going to send love now up this energetic connection, this love cord connection. I'm going to be doing this now. Straight up this love cord connection into your energy body and into your heart. Mixing with the beautiful golden energy from the Christ consciousness. And now I want you to continue to pull in more, to invite more, guide more love, golden healing love from the Christ conscious into your heart chakra. And even more. And take another deep breath in and let it out slowly. And now I invite you to send your love that's so blessed with the love from the Christ conscious too. Send that love from your heart straight down this love cord connection from your tailbone, from your root chakra, straight to my heart. Oh, you don't know how much that feeds me. You have no idea how much that feeds me. I need you, my beloved two-leggeds, to do this to help birth the new earth. I need you connecting with me. And especially when you connect with the Christ consciousness and then send that healing energy from your heart also, that's your love, straight to my heart. Do you know how much that helps me and supports my energetic planes, my energetic grids around the planet, through the planet, that are all helping to birth this new earth? And I'm sending my love now back up through this love cord connection, back up into your energy body, back to your heart. Beautiful. I love you all so much. I love you all so much. And now this is an opportunity to take another deep breath in and let it out. And send your love and gratitude to the Christ conscious for allowing, for your connecting and opening up your heart and allowing the Christ conscious to be able to come into you like that. This is so beautiful and so healing. And you can send your love and gratitude to me also, your Mother Gaia. And to all the sacred ones here on earth, all the humans who are suffering, all the trees that are holding space, powerful pillars, conduits of light. You have no idea what trees actually do, most of you. Sending your love and gratitude to all the sacred waters of the world, which are my blood. My blood is coursing through your blood. The oceans of the world are my blood. The rivers, the streams, the ponds, the rivulets, the rain, all my blood. Sending love and gratitude to all the waters, to all the squirrels, the monkeys, the insects, the mosquito, all of them. You guys are all one with them. You are all one. They are you, you are them. You are within me and I am within you. We are all one. This is the new earth coming in. Love you all so much. Thank you. Whoosh. Whew. Whew. This is Mary here now. Mother's pulling back a little. I'm in such an altered state. Love and hugs, love and gratitude to every single one of you. Please share this. Please share these messages. They need to go out far and wide. Mother needs all the help she can get. She's calling us all home and she wants us to connect with her, Christ consciousness, our ancestors, so much. Check out Mary's books, my books. Who's talking right now? Lots of love. Bye.